Hello everyone, my name is Alexa and today I'm going to be showing how to use the MIT App Inventor application. First, I'm going to show how I design the app using the designer and then the blocks view. And then I'm going to show the working app using the emulator. The emulator is very useful if you do not have an Android phone like I do not. So I'll be using the emulator, although it is very finicky and it does not work 100% of the time, so it's also very slow, so bear with me. Okay, so the first thing I did was create a screen. So each screen of the application, you're going to have to go to add screen and make a new screen. So to get these titles, I added a label by going to the user interface and dragging the label button to the screen. The label is very useful for titles and anything that is just going to be static on the screen. So the name of the algorithm or application is the chest pain screening algorithm for the diagnosis and treatment of ACS. I then added an image by going to Image on the user interface menu over here, dragging over image, and then in order to actually upload this image, you have to go to Media, Upload File, and then you have to select the image here. You can also change the height and width. Right now it's filling the parent, which was the best layout for this particular screen. Then I added a button. It says click to begin. So button, drag it over, and then you can add some text by going to text, click to begin. Okay. Now we're going to look at the blocks. So the first thing you want to do is click on this sidebar which component you want to edit and make the function attached to it. So for the click to begin button, I clicked that button, and now I wanted, when I clicked the button, for it to then do something. So I wanted it to speak. So if we go back to the designer, I didn't explain this before. This text to speech is something I added from the media menu. So you could just drop that in, and that is going to take any free text that you add in and make it actually speak to the user, which is pretty cool. So text to speech, I want it to speak the message let's begin, so I just brought the text over let's begin, and then to open another screen to go to the next page. This was a little tricky, but you can actually just type in open another screen and it gives you that option, and then you just type in the name. So we go to our emulator. Let's see if this works.
Let's begin.
Cool, so it works. Now let's see if it goes to the next page. Take some time. And once it loads, we can see that the blocks are already appearing for that page. Okay, so for the next screen, I added an image to the background just to give it a little something extra. And then I added a label for the title of the question that I wanted to ask. Right here, this is a button, but I added a picture to it just to make it a little more visually pleasing. And then this button I'm going to show in the blocks is going to actually read, speak this out loud. I added these two buttons, and then this is another button that has an image to it. And of course, the text-to-speech component, you just drag that in so you can use the text-to-speech option when you get to the blocks. So like I did before, when you click yes, it's going to open the next screen. No is going to say do not proceed further, and then the back arrow is just going to take you back to the previous screen. So let's see.
Is the initial complaint of chest pain or discomfort?
Okay, so it read it correctly. If it's no,
do not proceed further.
It read the text. And if it's yes, it's going to the next screen. So now the next item, screen 3, same exact format, just a different question. So I'm not going to go through how I did that one. But screen 4, there's a lot going on this screen, depending on what the user receives from the patient. If the symptom was present at the time of the call, there's going to be a different response than within the last 2 days or any of these other options. So what this is going to do is it's going to direct the user to a certain action. So this is just going to speak the question. At the time of the call, it's going to transfer to the emergency department or call 911. And as you can see, each one of those buttons is going to proceed differently to a screen, and then the back button to screen 3. Okay. So let's see if it works. Okay, so at the time of the call,
transfer to emergency department or call 911.
So it reads that message, but then it also takes you to a screen that says it. So I guess if you weren't listening, it's going to then show you with a big emergency symbol to refer to the emergency intervention and call 911. So let's go back. This is just the home button to take you to the beginning of the application. But if we wanted to see the rest of it, let's see if that back button works. There we go. White screen, that's not good. Okay, it's just taking some time. By the way, I'm using the Microsoft Encoder 4 program to record this screen recording. It's pretty simple to use, but there is a 10-minute limit on it, which is a little annoying if you're doing a longer tutorial. So then if another response was that the urgency was uncertain.
Clinic evaluation same day.
And it's telling you to do a clinical evaluation that day. And once it shows it, refer to the clinical evaluation algorithm. Once again, you could press the home screen from there. And this is, again, going to read the statement at the top. So that is pretty much it. That is how you use the MIT App Inventor. The only concerns that I have about this is the emulator not really working properly. I would like to see how it works in real time using an Android phone, but I do not have that capability. And that is pretty much it. So thank you for watching. See you next time.